Hello, my fellow adventurers! This is Mloentje, and welcome back to New World. First off, I wanna actually, wish you all the best of wishes for 2023, right? Like I say every year to everybody, it's like my standard wish for everybody. May everything that you desired in 2022 come true in 2023. Like, that is basically the main wish I have for everybody. If there's something you kind of wanted but didn't really were able to get or didn't really was able to accomplish in 2022, may it come through in this year. Anyway, guys, if you're checking on this episode, you already know what we are gonna do. We're gonna check out the track PvP track 96 till 100. What way to start than to start this year off with going into track 100 and beyond, of course. And I do have a little disclaimer. After playing 23 years of gaming with the arrow keys, I kind of decided, dude, you became 40. You've been playing games for 23 years with the arrow keys and the numpads, and it's time to play as a real gamer. So maybe not in the next 4 New World episodes, but beyond that, you probably gonna see me fumble a lot. Because I am actually, I'm playing OPR now with WSD, which I'm not used to, and I'm getting wrecked. So you might actually see some recordings that are pretty hard to see. But anyway, guys, enough rambling on here in this new year. Let's go down with track 96. Checkpoint 1, a small brown potion pack tier 4. We got a large ruby potion pack tier 5 and a medium bundle of coins. I'm gonna go for the coins, of course. Idolators, bands of the Sage, focus with shuriken energy and leeching cyclone. No, not really. Spear attack on focus gear. Not really that good. We got strength, refreshing wards. Is always pretty good, but it's more for a tank. You better have refreshing evasion or refreshing plane than refreshing ward on your it's strength, so it might work, but for a tank you rather have constitution gear instead of strength. Maybe a little bit of strength gear, so it still might work, but not a named item, so no 3 perks. And power is good though, so it would work for a damage build, but then again, refreshing ward is more for a tank build, so it's kind of well, both ways, right? We got a medium Cartogo potion pack at tier 5, so I'm gonna go for the potion pack in this one. And then last checkpoint, we've got the Champion's Greatsword of the Ranger. Dexterity with purifying crits, PvP only critical hits against players remove 1 buff from the target. And then vicious 11% critical damage. Now the buffs removed from the target is actually only the buffs they get by using weapon abilities. It's not the food buffs. I don't really see this being a really good perk, actually. Purifying crits. I'm not the best PvP player out there. I just play my regular OPRs here and there to actually get this track up. So yeah, if it is actually pretty good, just let me know in the comments, right? Conscript, longsword of the soldier here, strength with keen and vicious, a really good starter sword, guys. Keen and vicious, you can never go wrong, and then the flat stat strength is always really nice. And then 3 vials of Azoth salt, so I'm gonna go for the Azoth salt because that is the best deal in here. 3,000 for only 500, you never can go wrong. There we go, 96 complete, on to 97. Track 97, checkpoint 1, we've got the shattered heavy boots of the Ranger, dexterity with shuriken fortification and resilient, pretty good boots. They are heavy boots though. Small Judah potion. I always say that like it is a bad thing, wearing heavy boots, but I do, well, if you go bruiser for PvP, you kind of need to go in heavy gear. You can't go bruiser in light gear, so, well, you can, but you're gonna get maybe 1 shot. We got a small Judah potion packet tier 4 and a small bundle of coins, 825. Gonna go for the coins, of course. Because, well, yeah, Shattered is not a named item or is a legendary. We got small pile of faction tokens, 4,500 for checkpoint 2. Medium pile of coins, 1,225. And the prestigious idolator spans of the Scholar intelligence with shuriken heals and resilience. So stamina gain on dodge while in light equip load is not bad. But I believe that Ice Gauntlets and Void Gauntlets, they basically can, well, they can benefit from something else. You can use intelligence on like a rapier build or anything else, like where you just need that couple stats of intelligence, and then maybe shuriken energy can become sufficient. But I believe for PvP, most would go at least resilience, which is on there, and then, well, for me, freedom. So I'm gonna go for the medium pile of coins, of course. Always go for the coins. Well, me at least. I never have a lot of coin. We got the Solemnizer's Breast Guard of the Century, Constitution with sturdy energy and invigorating. So actually pretty good. Well, it's medium. If it was heavy, I would say it would be a good starting tanks chest. But as it's medium, I'm not really sure. It works in a light loadout. It works in a medium loadout. For a heavy loadout, this will not work. And, well, blocking hits is something you do in a heavy loadout, right? We got the Helm of the Bear, returning named epic headwear, heavy headwear with refreshing ward and resilient. So again, pretty refreshing ward, really good for PvE, but not for PvP. So yeah, definitely would not. Well, if you run a tank build, I've seen a lot of people running like 500 con these days in OPR, just running shields. If you can actually get your cooldowns constantly back after getting hit 4 times, because you are the shield running while standing in the gate and getting hit constantly, might actually not be all that bad. And the scheming conscript-eyed gauntlets of the scholar intelligence with keen and alacritious punishment. PvP only deal 8% additional damage to players with haste. It's actually not too bad of a void gauntlet, but I'm not gonna pick any of these because none of these actually matter to me. And Helm of the Bear I already have. So let's go check out my storage box and see what is actually in there. And what the Helm of the Bear actually contains, right? So if we go to storage, and that would be last stand, we've got Helm of the Bear. So refreshing ward, shuriken heals, and resilient if you actually max it out to 600. Not too bad. Shuriken heals is pretty good, but I do feel like shuriken fortification is in some ways better. Like, I'm not really sure, but it both has benefits, right? Anyway, time to farm for 98. Track 98. We don't see anything shiny or named, but we do see some interesting stuff in here. So checkpoint 1, Ruby Gypsum 8000. So that's a Gypsum cache, which you can get 400 Umbral Shards from. So for 1,000 more, you can get 3 times the amount of Umbral Shards. I know I'm repeating myself. People who watched my videos, my previous videos, I always bring this up. Like, if you're gonna make something 3 times the amount, well, the cost price, then bring the cost price down. So if it's 9,000, basically a gypsum orb or ruby gypsum should be around 3,000. 3,000, and that would make it like fit with your Umbral shard cost. Yeah, we got a ruby gypsum in here. We got medium brown potion pack tier 4 and a small Astra potion pack tier 5. I'm gonna go for the ruby gypsum. We got small pile of faction tokens 4,500. The large Cartogo potion pack tier 5 and a vial of Azoth salt. I'm gonna go for the Cartogo pack. And then we got Umbral shards, of course, 9,000. Really, actually a pretty cheap price. So I don't hope that if developers eventually maybe see this video, they're like, yeah, he's right, 8,000 for a ruby, but you get 3 times the amount for 9,000. Let's increase this amount to 3 times and make it 21,000 for Umbral shards. Like, I hope they don't go in that direction. We got the prestigious shattered breastplate of the soldier's strength with crippling reap and resilient. Not too bad of a piece of chest, heavy. And then we got Cruel Champion's Longsword of the Soldier's Strength with a Vicious and Shuriken Arcane. Dodging through an enemy attack causes the next hit within 6 seconds to deal an additional 38% base weapon as Arcane weapon. Actually not too bad either. I'm gonna go for the Umbral Shards, of course. And there we go. 98 complete onto 99. We are getting closer to the 100 marker. And the middle of our, well, of the track, right? For track 99, we've got checkpoint 1, small bundle of coins, 825, a small Astra potion pack, tier 5, and small bundle of faction tokens. I'm gonna go for the faction tokens on this one. We got the Cruel Conscript, Great Sword of the Ranger, Dexterity with Shuriken Flames and Vicious. Not really impressive. Although elemental damage is on... I see it more and more actually in use. Like, perks with elemental damage on weapons is actually... it's growing, like, the usage of it. Because if it... especially the ones that, like, connect to multiple enemies. Because that will help you in getting your... runic power, or your heart rune, up faster, meaning that if you can use it more and more and more, you can do more. Well, for me it's the stone form, but for DPS it will be like the one that explodes, most likely. So that's gonna help them get it back faster and actually do more damage. So I'm seeing a lot more perks where, like, not specifically maybe this one, but the one that actually connects to multiple enemies. Vial of Azoth salt. Each vial contains 1,000 Azoth salt, so 500 Azoth salt for 1,000 is actually pretty good. It's not the best vial of Azoth salt we can get, but it's pretty good. And then large Judah potion pack tier 4. So I'm gonna go for the vial of Azoth on this one. And then for checkpoint 3, the brash conscripts, void gauntlets of the scholar, intelligence with vision and refreshing move. It's a good one, but it's nothing to write home about. It's not a legendary nor a named one, so it doesn't have 3 perks. The perks are decent, but yeah, like I said, nothing to really write home about. We got a small heap of coins, 1,425. This would actually be a medium heap of coins usually. Well, it's a small bundle and then a small heap, right? So with this small heap, what is a medium and what is a large heap of coins? I don't think I ever saw a large heap of coins yet. And the Solemnizer's headdress of the Scholar. Intelligence with critical retribution and resilience. PvP only on crit taken. Gain 9.3% increased critical chance for 7 seconds, 20 seconds cooldown. Cooldown is pretty well for a 7-second increase in critical chance. Yeah, maybe the cooldown is around the timer it should be. But yeah, again, nothing to write home about. So I'm gonna go for the heap of coins. There we go. 99 complete. On to the last track. Track 100 before we can go into platinum and get some extra rewards. And the last checkpoint for this episode. Track 100. Oh boy. It is rather empty, actually. Track 92, I think it was. We had like 2 gypsum orbs, we had Umbral shards, we had 3 named items. I was expecting a little bit more for track 100. Like, it makes sense, right, that track 100 would be like an abundance of stuff that you could buy. But yeah, checkpoint 1, we got the prestigious Solemnizer's Glove of the Century, Constitution with refreshing and resilient. Not too bad of a medium glove. Medium Supra's potion pack tier 5 and a small Cartogo potion pack tier 5. I'm gonna go for the medium. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the medium one. Life staff. Checkpoint 2, we got a life staff with focus, Shuriken Abyss, and accelerated Light's Embrace. Light's Embrace is not in the meta anymore. Everybody's using Divine Embrace. Divine Embrace is just way better, especially with the buff on the actual weapon. It like reduces the cooldown of Divine Embrace to like 2 seconds or something like that. And the heal is just way bigger than Light's Embrace can be. We got a large pile of coins, 1,375, and small pile of faction tokens, 4,500. I'm gonna go for the coin like usual. And checkpoint 3, we got the Cruel Champion's Musket of the Ranger Dexterity with Shuriken Flames and Vicious. Not too bad, but not really interested. It's not a named or legendary item. 2 vials of Azoth Salt, so 1,000 Azoth Salt for 500. Always a pretty good deal. And the prestigious Solemnizer's Headdress of the Century. Constitution with critical retribution and resilience. PvP only on crit taken. Gain 9.3% increased critical chance for 7 seconds, 20 seconds cooldown. Not too bad, but again, yeah, not a named item, guys. In this part of the game, well, especially for me, I can see for newer players that certain items, like epic items, would be like really good. But for most people right now in the game, 1 year in, you want to go for those 3 stats. And if you look at the auction house, you can actually get like a really good starter set, level 600 legendary gear. It might not have all the right perks on it, but it probably has like at least 2 decent perks, and you can buy pieces for around 2,000 to 3,000 gold. Like even cheaper and maybe a little bit more expensive, but you can get a really good legendary set together by just going to the auction house. So I don't really get why they're still putting in, well, yeah, epics for the newer players maybe. But I'm gonna go for the 2 vials of Azoth salt. And there we go, platinum track milestone completed. We claim this one, of course, and yeah, there we go. On to track 101, right? Let's see if that one is a little bit better than this one. Let's sit our ass down though, like we always do. Again, guys, best of wishes for the new year. And yeah, if you want to see more of my Let's Play here on my PvP track, well, rewards tier lists in New World or any other game I might play on my channel, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.